Hello, I'm Paul Brook. Increasingly, traditional CPU technology just has not been able to cope with the demands for real-time analytics being pushed into every organization and every business. I'm here with James Mesney to talk about what Kinetica can do for your organization. So James, how do you use real-time analytics in Kinetica?
Well, ingest and analytics on real-time streaming data, continuous real-time streaming data, has always been historically very, very challenging. But with Kinetica, we've got a great combination of memory-first analytics, coupled with GPU acceleration and full distributed scale-out. And that means we can now deliver on real-time analytics, and we can visualize huge data sets, and we can do accelerated BI. And all of that performance means you don't even need to build in indexes anymore, so you can deploy applications much more quickly.
James, can you give us real-life examples of Kinetica in action being used?
Well, Paul, let me show you the London Connected City demo. This is taking data that's being generated essentially by a city, and what we can see on screen is a representation of various events, including bus journeys, cycle hires, cycle returns, tube journeys. It makes more sense if you switch to a 3D view and zoom in a little bit, and you can see three-dimensionally the number of events in each of these categories. What we can do also is, you see these feeds from cameras, these are street-side cameras. What we could do quite easily is develop some machine learning algorithms to count vehicles, for example, count different categories of vehicles, or count the number of pedestrians that's currently being visualized. But what's more interesting than the real-time data is the historical data. So switching to the historical dashboard allows me to look at a particular point in time by clicking on a timeline, and I'm essentially rewinding a city to see what state London was in terms of transportation at this point in time. And that's pretty cool.
Great example from the Connected Cities. I know we've worked together at various exhibitions. The social media demos has blown people away. Anything you can show us there, please?
Sure. So what we're looking at here is a dashboard that's showing real-time Twitter data. We're plotting that data on a map, and we can do things like natural language processing. We can search for keywords in people's tweets. So I'm going to type in World Cup, for example. And what gets displayed is a distribution of all the tweets that are mentioning the World Cup, together with a timeline showing the intensity of tweets over time, and an indication of the sentiment of people's tweets. And I can get more refined. I can say, show me, since we're in London, show me all the tweets that mention England and the World Cup. And as you might expect, the majority of those tweets are coming from the UK. But most interestingly is the sentiment of these tweets. They're overwhelmingly positive.
What is the technology secret behind Kinetica's analytical power?
Kinetica is the insights software. We call it an insights engine, and it's deployed on Dell hardware coupled with NVIDIA GPUs. And it's this combination together with scalability and in-memory or memory-first processing that gives us the acceleration and the ability to deploy applications very quickly.
Tell me about artificial intelligence. How does that play a part inside Kinetica?
So what Kinetica have done, they've embedded TensorFlow, the machine learning framework, right into the solution. So that is where all the data is. You bring the model to the data, and that's really important. And we also use a relational concept, which means you're using the database, the high-performance database, to keep your data and feed your models with that data, as opposed to using file-based processing techniques to chop up your data and feed that to a model. So it's much more efficient, and we think that Kinetica's streamlined machine learning approach is the best there is.
Thank you, James. If you'd like to know more about Kinetica technology, use this email. Contact my team. That'll put you in touch with Kinetica and the crew from NVIDIA. What we'd like to do is arrange with you a free discovery workshop. It'll be about how to bring this technology into your organization with your data. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.